Report. Yes, with Lennox Smith, Andy Williams, and director Snipes. Yes, for holding it down from 6 this morning all the way up until 9 a.m. Now it's our turn to burn. Yeah, we're going to take you all the way up to 12 o'clock. And I got to say good morning to all those of you locked on. Those of you locked on at home on conventional radio. Those of you are on work. If you're on work today is a holiday. Today is Labor Day. Right? And of course, those of you locked on the World Wide Web. Those of you locked on Facebook and on YouTube. Our YouTube via Talk City 91.1 FM on YouTube. You got to check it out. Right? So I am here. And I'm going to take you all the way up to 12 o'clock. Obie is on his way. He's going to be here very shortly, okay? All right. So, today being Labor Day, and Labor Day is a very important day to us in Trinidad and Tobago. A lot of us don't know the significance and the history behind this day where we commemorate the people that help built this country, right? And you all know this country was built on the backs of labor. Yep. People who are labored in the vineyard, people who've labored in the fields, and in the oil field, and the sugarcane field, and whatever industry we had here in Trinidad and Tobago that helped Trinidad and Tobago to progress forward in a positive way. So today we celebrate Labor Day, right? And it's very significant in Trinidad and Tobago because based on my little knowledge of it, and I must say this is one aspect of history I have some knowledge, but I don't have the whole detail knowledge behind the significance of Labor Day. All I know, it's around the man they call Tuberiah Buzz Butler, one of our heroes that fought for better working conditions and equal rights for the laborers, the layman, I should say, the people who were better working conditions. He was a man that fought for that, and in the history, I think it's in the 19 either 30s or 40s. It had those days we were still colonial. I had a riot, which is known as the Butler Riot. Yeah, So if you want, you can go and research it. Tuberiah Buzz Butler and the labor movement in Trinidad and Tobago. So, I just want to open the lines and let's see who's on and listen to me today. The lines are open. The numbers are called 6224911, 6224911, and 3944911. Let me see if I can get out here. In the meantime, I'm going to play this.
Every nation is built on the strength of its workers. Behind every business, every school, every hospital, every road, and every service are men and women who dedicate their time, skills, and energy to improving the lives of others. Labor Day reminds us that progress is not achieved by institutions alone. It is achieved by people. It is the worker who drives the economy, supports families, and contributes to the development of communities throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Today, we salute those who rise early, work late, overcome challenges, and continue to serve with dedication and professionalism. Your work matters, your contribution matters, and your efforts help shape the future of our nation. Happy Labor Day from Talk City 91.1 FM.
Yes, that's on behalf of Talk City 91.1 FM. So let's who's on the line, 6224911. I got to say good morning to Maria Santana. She's always locked on. Yeah. Let me see who's there with me. Right. Play back this. So when my good friend Obie is here, we're gonna have a good conversation. He's on his way. Good morning, caller.
Obie, good morning. How you doing?
I'm okay, Granny. Granny, what's up, Granny? You good?
Yeah, I'm good enough to know home.
All right.
I go leave the country and I will come down and look for you and meet you somewhere.
Okay, that's a plan.
Because you don't want to come up this.
Granny, for me to come up beach, it's going to take I don't make time to come up beach, and these days are really, really busy, Granny.
You have to take time to go the road in beach.
Yeah.
If you miss the road, you're going on at 300 feet, 400 feet, 50 feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I've never been to beach.
17 and a half miles from San Grande to reach my house.
Oh, 17 and a half miles.
And then from where you're traveling to reach Grandy, look at how much miles.
And how do you road is to reach beach, Granny?
The road is nice. The road is not nice road, but it's curved.
Oh, okay. All right. But it's a plenty pothole.
And when you reach, it's 9 miles only forest.
It's 9 miles from the forest?
Only forest, no house.
Wow.
But don't worry, if Granny feel good, I will come down when I feel much better. And I will tell you to meet me. And I will see you.
Yeah, what, Granny? Hold the line. I'm going to take your number off here. Hold the line, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Granny, call me back, Granny. I lost you. The number, the phone just cut off then. Granny, if you get a chance, call me back. I don't know what happened there. I pressed the wrong thing, boy. So long I wasn't on this side of the board. Granny, if you're listening, give me a call back. Yeah, Granny, are you there?
Yeah.
All right, hold the line.
Yeah.
Right, so we're back. The lines are open. Yes, man. I just take Granny number, boy. Granny begging me a long time to come and look for she down in beach. Someday I gotta find time and go and look for Granny. Caller. Yeah. All right, I lost that call. All right, it's time to get in here. I'm gonna play this.
Your opinion live on the air. 622-4911. Or send your WhatsApp voice notes to 394-4911. Talk City 91.1.
Caller.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hey, morning. What's up?
Morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Morning to the Labour Union and all the working class of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, man.
When you have a car and you don't have oil or the oil low and it don't function properly.
No, it don't function properly at all.
Right. So when you have your oil now, your engine on top of everything now, your engine functions properly now, you can take it to and fro.
Yep.
I see the Labour Union now as the oil in the country then in terms of the working class. Because you see, if a worker now in the workplace now, everything with him not right in terms of wages and what and thing then, they would not put out 100% when they come to work.
Yeah.
They will hold back. And due to that, now you find the economy now going to be struggling and going forward because you're getting the fullest potential out of the worker. So once the labor functioning properly then, in terms of negotiation wages and then the workers satisfied, you will get 100% from them. So I see it as the oil to grease the system so it can function properly then. And I thank the government right now for bringing it to the fore and working on that then.
Yes,
so,
man. All right. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Yeah.
You playing?
I go for a break. Go for a break just now. Caller.
Yeah, no. Who's out there? Heavy?
Yes, heavy here.
Hey, morning. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm listening to you. Where is that granny calling from Beach?
From Beach, yeah. I've never been to Beach, though.
I from Beach.
You from Beach?
Yeah.
All I know is I had to go Grandy to go Beach.
Yeah.
But you're not
the
good.
road not so nice.
But you're not going down the Manzanilla stretch.
Yeah, no, if you go down the Manzanilla stretch, instead of taking the left to go Manzan by the beach, you're swinging right.
Oh. But it's about traffic light by that intersection to go right?
No, I can't have no traffic light.
So how I go know if I go in Beach? Which right to take? Because there are different roads on the right.
As you pass the gas station, you're coming up there, you're meeting the big church, you're meeting the health center in Manzan. And as you pass the health center and you come down the hill there, you're swinging left to go to the beach, swinging right.
Oh, so you ain't reaching down by the beach on the stretch itself?
No, you're going quite there.
All right. But if you're in Grandy, and you have a road from in Grandy to go straight up the beach?
The border road, that's the best place to pass, but the road not nice. They through the forest, boy, nice fresh oxygen. It's only growing stone in that area too.
Oh. And I only hear about beach, but I've never been to beach, so I gotta make a day and go down and check Granny. When they say the road not nice, it's not nice for cars, trucks, or SUVs.
No, you
gotta take your time.
It would be nice, a high lock or something.
Yeah.
Because Jolene John was there the other day because the things you can't fix all, but after so many years, the road was neglected, but I couldn't put sun on the road.
Wow.
I from the market in Grandy.
Yeah.
I road taking it to Beach, and from Beach in the center, 15 miles away from Grandy and 15 miles away from Rio Claro.
So it's 15 miles from Grandy and 15 miles from Rio Claro?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
In the middle of Rio Claro and Grandy.
All right. Well, I will have to make a day and come to Beach and check Granny, boy. Granny begging me to come up there long time.
Oh, now who's that Granny? Well, I like to know who's that Granny. All right.
You would like to know who's that Granny?
Yeah, it's a Beach Granny. I make out that voice. Nobody else make out voice, but I make out that voice.
All right, brother. Well, all right. Thanks for listening and looking on. Thank you for the information. Yeah. Right. So, I don't even know what mic you on. So let me here. All right. Go ahead. So we are on, and my good friend Obie is here right now.
Good morning, everybody. Pleasant good morning. Sorry for the late arrival, Heavy. I say sorry for the late arrival.
I was late too, so sorry. Call me back. Yeah, I was late too, so I don't know what apologies I'd make to me, right? Because we
not feeling the labor on the Labor Day.
Yes. So I'm gonna take a call. Caller.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Heavy.
Good morning.
Good morning. Heavy passes to Coal Mine Road to Beach, yeah? Coal Mine Road.
All right.
And take that, and make sure you walk with security there. That place is easier. You know houses something there.
All right.
Good morning, Heavy. Hey, Obie. Good morning, brother.
Good morning. I watch you now looking with the shades, boy. The shades are looking bad for the live stream, you know.
Yeah. I didn't even watch the live stream. I didn't even know how I looking.
Oh God.
So Obie, what's up? What going on?
I just did quiet. Give myself in a little jam session this morning, but God is good. I am here.
All right, good. Once you're here.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Better late than never.
All right. It's all good. All right, so what's happening in your neck of the woods? What's going on in the country?
Well, first, I know your birthday passed.
Yeah.
How was the shindig, boy?
What's that?
I know you was keeping a little birthday something.
Yeah, that was since this Saturday. I kept a little thing before my birthday. I had a celebration thing, but it passed okay.
Nice. Well, the country seems to be quiet this morning. A lot of people, they're in the bed still. Choosing not to labor on the Labor Day, and then there are many people who have to labor on the Labor Day. That is so weird, eh? You know that you have to actually come out and toil in some aspect, or the country will fall. So, so I like to say good morning to all the police officers, the fire services members, the public servants that are still out there, all the security officers, everybody on 91.1 Talk City, who, just have to come out and labor on the Labor Day, right, to keep the country moving, and all the other people, wherever you are, toiling this morning. I just want to say good morning to each and every one of you all, right? Somebody say, Obie, you're looking like you're on DMC. With the glasses on. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
I think we could discuss that off air. But I had
yesterday afternoon. Okay.
Yeah, because I had some very interesting messages, and I said, I promise I see boy when I come this morning, I'll show you it.
All right. Well, we'll discuss that. I'm going for a break. Right, so going for the break now, and then when we come back, right, we're going to continue the conversation right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. Keep it up.
Yeah, man.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
greatest football tournament is here. And
why everybody coming by my house?
Dad, you serious? We have Digicel Plus and Rush Sports. What do you expect?
Hey, where are they going?
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR, victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT live online, starting June 11th.
Digicel Plus. Visit a Digicel store and sign up today.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins.
Every rivalry, every headline. This is where Trinidad
Speaking with stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment. We bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us every weekdays, business, Monday to every Friday school, at 6 a.m. every hospital, Watch on every TTT road, or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Labor Day reminds us on that progress TTT. is not achieved by institutions alone. It is achieved by people. It is the worker who drives the economy, supports families, and contributes to the development of communities throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Today, we salute those who rise early, work late, overcome challenges, and continue to serve with dedication and professionalism. Your work matters, your contribution matters, and your efforts help shape the future of our nation. Happy Labor Day from Talk City 91.1 FM.
You want opinions?
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR, victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT live online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And
Yes, people, and we are back. Let me make sure I have you on there, right?
Yeah, I'm on.
You're on now. Good. Yeah, people, we are back and I'm in the hot seat now. So hopefully things run a little smoother now. The chaos will somewhat boil
I
up.
haven't been there in that seat for so long.
Oh God, Oli, listen, I had no choice. You know, again, it's like I had to learn everybody board now. So I had to learn Stephan board. I had to learn my board. Well, I know my board. And the thing is, everybody board is so much chaos, boy. That is what has messed me up when I come to work other people shows, because believe it or not, Tevi, I have a little OCD. So I don't deal, and I show people in the station, they probably just laugh at me every night. Every night before I leave the station, I just organize everything back here, you know. I just can't leave it. So you see, like when you all leave and you all turn the chair and you all just walk over thing, I just straighten all the chairs, put all the chairs back in line, put the square boxes, I just put that back in line, and then I just put the microphones in line, and then I will put the log here, and then I will put this here. I don't deal good with chaos at all.
All right, good.
So if you notice I come in, I take away the studio phone, and I put that down, because the studio phone does run with a delay. And because I'm a streamer, I used to my stream being smooth. So I just use my phone to watch the stream.
All right.
And then if you notice, I move the phone from here and I put it here.
Right.
All my chat, everything here, I will read from here. I just pull the phone closer. So you never notice the phone always closer here. Pull the phone closer, because I don't like to stretch. So I just build it like how my setup home is, to make it comfortable for me. But you see, in the night, as all you walk out and I lock it off, I straighten back everything in here. And that's just a compulsive I have.
Yeah.
I don't deal good with chaos.
All right.
So
right.
when they throw me on the board, you see all this here right now? Like craziness. I don't understand that. So I had to figure it out. But if you go now, if I was to go and show, well, the people won't see it. But if I show you my board, you see the difference?
Right.
Everything is organized.
You see, you organize your own board?
Yes. So I know where everything is at any time. And the nice thing about it is, because I know where it is, I don't need to even watch the board. I could go from here and move and know where I am.
All right. Good.
So people, we are back and we just chatting in general and stuff about everything. Yesterday I told people this morning I would like to hear some Liba stories. You know, different things from Buzz Butler and stuff like that, because I know the public has so much history out there.
And the problem is, I didn't really do much research on Buzz Butler.
On Buzz Butler, yeah.
Right? I understand what he did, and I understand the situation what happened down in Faizabad when it had the Butler riots, and they went to arrest him, and a police officer died, and there was big fire and all these things. But I knew the story.
Yeah.
But I didn't really do research into the man himself. I know at the time he was as big as Eric Williams, and at that time he went up against Eric Williams in an election, right? But to like, I think right now they're doing a history on
they're doing
TTT.
a history on TTT about it and stuff. And at one point in time, I was convinced that the people who are in the room controlling TTT pay attention to what we are discussing in here, and then run segments based on what we are discussing. But because many times when we talking in studio, whatever they're showing on the TV tends to line up with whatever the conversation is. So I was starting to think, okay, maybe they listen to us and then they adjust the programming to suit what we're discussing in here. But Trinidad has such a interesting history, boy, and it you know, like we was talking about things. Oh yeah, by the way, the segment with the children, I wanted to tell you that the children was very appreciative of it.
Yeah, and that segment we need to continue.
Yeah, right, boy.
Because I went back and get.
You saw how many people was requesting for us to continue that education into Trinidad's history. The students was very, very. You spark a whole thing in CIC because of that, you know.
I open a can of worms.
You open a can of worms, and you send teachers down a rabbit hole that a lot of them didn't know about, and it convinced, because I spoke to a couple of the teachers, and it convinced them that our culture and our history should really be the social study of our school. You see how we put a mandate on international culture and social studies, and we don't focus much on our own. I think it should pivot now. It should, because that is what America does. America makes sure their citizen learns everything about America. And if you had to be Korea, Kim Jong, love your country, be a patriot to your country, be blind loyalty to your country, don't know nobody else. Now, we ain't going down that radical to be that radical.
Right.
But I believe these citizens should know more about Trinidad than anywhere else in the world.
Especially history. And I always tell people that the history of Trinidad and Tobago is manipulated and propagated. Right? It is not truthful. Right? I know more, right? Well, I knew more than of American history than Trinidad and Tobago history. I knew more about Caribbean history and European history than Trinidad and Tobago history at a point in time.
See,
because when I was looking for information about the history of Trinidad and Tobago, which was little to none, right? And when I went down the rabbit hole, I realized most of the historical events that happened and things that we need to know about Trinidad and Tobago that I explained is either hidden or not documented. Right? The problem with that is if we don't know where we're going, if we don't know where we come from, we will never know where we're going.
Sure.
Now, most of the history, to get that information, most of our history of events that happened back in the days, guess where you're getting that information from? You wouldn't even believe.
I guess from senior citizens who on their last days.
Well, if some of them are still alive, but mostly calypsos.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Calypsos from those days will tell you the story about events that was undocumented.
So, like, because you know what song I learned a lot of history from that I didn't even know about?
What's that?
My Friend Money and No Problem.
Yeah.
That song showed me.
Yeah.
That, because I tell people just think I went against the PNM just so. It was bricks that was just coming to me. And you see that song, My Friend Money and No Problem.
Yeah.
That was when I heard that song, believe it or not, I was in my late 20s. That was the first time I heard that song.
Right.
And it was on one of all your shows.
Yeah.
And when I heard this song, I was like, no, them days, your boy brain deep in studies, right? Because believe it or not, I was studying philosophy. And my sister dragged me out of studying philosophy because I started to study biblical philosophy.
Yeah.
Because I pivot from philosophy and I started to dabble in, and biblical philosophy could make you not believe in God. If you start to study certain parts.
Not necessarily, because
the direction I was going, it was making me question a lot of things where God foundation was and stuff like that. And my sister was worried that I would go down a rabbit hole with that. So she pulled me out of it. And she started to pivot me. Take an interest in politics. Take an interest in this. So when I first heard Money Was No Problem, I sat down and I listened to the song once. I said, what song is that, right? When I started to look up, I don't know the name of the song. Find the song on YouTube. And I started to play the song. And I listened to it. I listened it once. I listened to it. I started to write down stuff. And I go on and I started to ask questions. I called my mother in the States. I was like, Mom, so. And she was like, yeah, that is our old song. And I was like, Mommy, what are you singing in the song? Them thing true? And she was like, yeah, everything happened. I said, well, Mommy, if he's singing about that, I said, well, Mommy, that is what going on now.
Exactly.
So I was like, Mommy, nothing had changed.
Yeah, nothing changed.
And she was like, yeah.
And he sang that song, I think, was in 81.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sang that song 3 years before I was born.
And they can play it again and on. It's still relevant today.
It's still relevant.
And that just show you how we moved. We went nowhere.
We went nowhere.
We went nowhere. Right? And it's a sarcasm in the song where you say money is no problem.
Yeah.
Because
that was, and then I learned from you that was a line he said
that Eric Williams said on our platform, that money no problem. Right? But if money no problem, why we have all these problems? It's sarcasm in the calypso. Yeah, a lot of calypsos from the merchant, right? To Serve With Love. If you listen to that, if you listen to Sparrow, Good Citizen, and We Like It So, you listen to a song by Penguin, Doggy Look a Bone. You listen a song from there's songs from Chalk Dust. There's a song from oh gosh.
We'll have to build a playlist with all those things.
No, well, these songs, political commentary from back in those days, and I'm talking about early political commentary from the 70s and 80s, will give you paint a picture of history, right? A song from the era with Panama, right? A lot of people don't know he's talking about politicians going in Panama and banking their money, right? And because a lot of people want to know where all the money gone. Yeah. That we say, I go into Panama. You understand? Wait have over there, make people just okay.
A lot of people thought it was Spanish he was going for, that's what people thought.
See, in the calypso arena, you have to sing your song. You have to write your song intelligently.
Yeah, and satire. You have to have a little satire in it. And that's what I understood.
You understand?
That's why I just do my commentary the way I just do it. Good. I just dumb it down to the average man to understand it, but I just put a peacock spin on it to poke you to go be curious. Go look and see what Obie Opinion Box talking about, boy.
We need to understand that the history of Trinidad and Tobago, especially surrounding events around politics, was skewed. Right? So, for instance, the government now is talking about the 1%. Right? What is the history of the 1%?
You know why, not cutting here, you know why we talking here? Somebody now sent a song called Productivity from Crusoe, and it marked Calypso Monarch of Trinidad and Tobago, Crusoe. So what we go do? We go this morning, sometime in the segment, depending on what it said, we go play and because I never hear this song before. I never heard about Tobago Productivity by Crusoe. I have never heard this song.
Crusoe is Tobago Crusoe.
I don't know who that person is.
Yeah, he was a calypso back in the day.
I don't know who that person is. I'm sorry, but I don't know who that person is.
Do me a favor. Only read this chat when we have a break, because
it
is true of the
conversation. Because I'm a streamer culture, so I know to keep I can keep the chain, but go ahead.
Yeah, if we have a little space in between when a caller is talking or anything, then they can read the chat. But once we conversate, we're talking about issues, it is trying to throw off the conversation.
Okay then, no problem.
Right, so what I'm saying was the history of the 1%. A lot of people don't have that history. Yeah. Because what were you told how the 1% came here, or how they got rich?
I was told.
Or do you think the 1% was here since back in those days?
No. I heard the origin story. I heard that they used to sell belts and things. They used to walk around selling belts and clothes.
Who gave you that story?
School. And then I was told that in terms of how I found out about the cloth license thing that was given to them was a year I was researching. Well, it wasn't even research, boy. I was throwing shade. I'm being honest, because I always felt like that's why I never subscribed to as an African, because I used to feel like emancipation was something that was used conveniently. And when I looked at the other cultures, they would wear the Hindu garb more. They have radio stations that play traditional Indian music. And I always found it strange that we never had an African station that has played African music.
Okay.
And we don't wear African clothes, because I don't count, and no offense to the spiritual Baptist community, but I don't count spiritual Baptist clothes on a Sunday going to church as African wear.
Yes, sure. Come back in.
Right? So, no, I'm showing you. I'm making my point broad spectrum. So, I felt like I wasn't seeing African representation. So, I started digging. And that is when I got to find out, because I was trying to figure out how come kente cloth was so expensive and why there was none of us couldn't like bring the cloth. And that is when I found out that Eric basically gave them
the
exclusive rights to fabrics. And there was a person who's a very good businesswoman, friend of mine. She does a lot of African stuff. And it's because she was telling me how expensive kente cloth is and how hard it is to access. I was like, so why isn't the African community in Trinidad have the market share to control that? And what she always, her children are very intelligent. So what she always does, she challenges my mind. She's like, go research it. And that is how I went down the rabbit hole and I found out he gave them exclusive licensing. And I found that was like a real weird thing to do. I was like, why would he do that? And then nobody
did you find out why?
Nobody gave me, nobody had an explanation for me. I think even now as I sit here, I don't know the full explanation of why they were given full autonomy over.
How long ago do you think they became the 1%? And before them, who do you think was the 1%?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't see them as the 1% even now. I think the real players who have money in this country is really the Indo community. I don't see. I think that
actually no.
I think they have more. I think they just have. I just look at them as they just have more sway with the government because they're willing to manipulate, to play that game with the government more.
Do you want me to read it? You want me to read what I have?
You could, go ahead, because you remember, this is me learning too, right?
All right. Do we have a break?
Just now,
no, we have. I think we have play. We're at the top, so we have been talking.
No, we can't play. We're on holiday. Yep. No. We have a play. We're at 10:30.
Yeah, tap play with it.
10:15. Yeah, we have a break to go to. Tea and take off just now. Let me pull up that one time, and we will go. We will go with that right here. All right. So yeah, we do have a break at this time, so we could take the break quick.
Yeah, take the
and
break.
we could come back.
When we come back, and we will continue.
And we will continue.
Yes,
people, all here, please share the live stream this morning. Facebook, YouTube. Very, very important conversation. And if you have children around, do like old time days, pull your children and put them next to the radio and let them sit down and listen. Uncle Evie giving wisdom this morning that we can't afford to lose. Okay, so we're going for the break, people.
Views or opinions expressed are solely those of the hosts and callers and do not represent the views, policies, or official position of Talk City 91.1, its management, or affiliates.
But Johnny, how
back. We are back, folks. We are back. And we are under the radar with Obie and Heavy on your Labor Day holiday. And we are giving you all some history on Trinidad and Tobago. So let's continue, Heavy.
All right. First thing first I needed to do for me is play the disclaimer.
The disclaimer.
Yes.
Nice. Yes.
Any views or opinions expressed are solely those of the hosts and callers and do not represent the views, policies, or official position of Talk City 91.1, its management, or affiliates.
No. What I'm about to read here is public knowledge. Right? So, this is what the 4 main families own in Trinidad and Tobago. First, I'm going with the Mute Prestige Holdings Limited. They own KFC, Pizza Hut, TGI Fridays, Subway, Starbucks, Agostini Limited, Smith & Robinson Company Limited, Citrus Technologies Limited, Agostini Building Solutions, Superfarm, Ronasco Pro Advance Limited, Han Arnold Trinidad Limited, Han Shell Innis Limited, Caribbean Distribution Partners, Peter and Company, PCL, Korea's Distribution Limited, and Vemco. Vermilion is the licensed distributor of PepsiCo range of beverages, Independence Agencies Limited, Densico Limited, Unilever, the Walk Shopping Center Barbados, Marriott Courtyard, Price Mart, Payless Shoe Stores, and Linda's Bakery.
Wow.
Taiwan. Just some, No, I reach here. Just some. Right. This is Sapgano. Standard Distributors Limited, Tatil and Qualifier Insurance, Answer McCall, Orson Marketing Company Limited, AMCO, Able Building Solutions, Macaroni Motors, Orson Shipping Limited, Caribbean Development Company, Carberry, Trinidad Publishing Company, Guardian, CNC, Penta Paints, GTA Supermarkets, Answer Technologies Limited, Offshore Sharing Solutions, Classic Motors, Trinidad Match Limited, Answer Merchant Bank, Trinidad Broadcasting Company, Best Creed Systems, Spain, Heineken, Teflagar Motors, Diamond Motors, Answer Automotives, Answer Motors, Jaguar, Land Rover, BMW, Mini, Honda, Mitsubishi, Ford, Fuso, Freightliner, Jinbei, Golden Dragon, New Holland, Holster, Utility, and Bush Hog, Answer Renters, India River Brewery Company in Florida, Trinmat chain of supermarkets Barbados, and Florida Beer Company, Berger Pinch, Rituals Coffee, and just some. No. Why just keep doing that? Just some. Right. And all right. Answer Merchant Bank, Trinidad Broadcasting Company, TBC, Best Creed, Systems Paint, Heineken, Taflagar Motors. Oh, I read that part there. Right. I'm coming down to right. Well, I reach here. Florida Beer Company, Berger Pinch, Ritual Coffee House, Pizza Boys, Church's Chicken, Donut Boys, Ritual Cafe, Walk and Roll, VIP Flyer Club, Grand Bazaar, A.S. Bryden and Sons Limited, Bayside Westside Limited, Maple Development Limited, O'Mara Holdings Limited, Promenade Development Limited, Property Lands, BHH Holdings Limited, and Big Board Company. Right, and then there is Abud, Starlight Shopping Plaza, Center City Mall, Tropicals Plaza, the Villas of Highland Park, Amalgamated Security. Then there's the Bermudas family, the West Side Biscuit Company, the Jamaican Biscuit Company, Bermudas Business Company, Kiss Baking Company, Alamitos Bermudas, and the West Indian Business Company. In a nutshell.
The more you salary, what's I started getting press, you know.
In a nutshell.
We don't own nothing, bro.
They own Trinidad. Right? Now, let's go back to the history. Right? This is what we know now. A lot of people don't.
That's why they said in the video Trinidad has been good to them. They wouldn't be this wealthy in their own country.
Listen. They weren't the initial rich people in Trinidad and Tobago. So after colonialism, after the French Creoles, and after we got independence and became a republic, right? Trinidad was a neo-colonial state, right? In the in the late 70s, right? In the late 70s, they came here as refugees, believe it or not, because there was a war in Lebanon, in Syria, and there were people fleeing, right? When they came here as refugees. But because Trinidad and Tobago was a neo-colonial state at the time, and they wanted East Indian and Africans to be at the bottom of the economic ladder, they cannot have white-looking people riding around on bicycles, selling brown cotton with measuring tape from the neck and riding all up Lavantee and riding on all the ghetto and Shogunas and things, trying to sell cloth with a boat, a cloth on the back of the bicycle, and they're going to your morning, you want any cloth, any brown cotton, anything, we have some nice cloth here, and that's what they used to do in order to make ends meet. Right? So the white upper class, which was the French clothes at the time, called the prime minister, who was Eric Williams at the time, and gave him a mandate. You can have people looking like us, looking like the poor. Right? Because in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, white people at that time, and this was some time before or after the Black Power movement, right? We cannot have white people looking like they're suffering. Because in the minds of the average black Trinbagonian and East Indian, the white people is superior.
Yeah, because we're coming out of slavery and all these
Neo-colonialism,
yeah.
right? Right? So, Eric Williams had a choice. But it was a small number of them. There was no probably about 100, 200 of them. It was no big thousands of people, right? It was a small set of people came. They were kind of more like different families, right? Some of them after the war went back. But those who stayed here were given the exclusive right to bring cloth. Land west of the National Stadium, what we now known as the Hazy Crawford Stadium, which is now known as Westmoreland, they were given those lands. At the time, those lands was now going to be developed. It's where the sea was coming in to go into Caranagy. There was backfilling those lands there to make a road to go into to Shagaramas. In the 40s, the Americans come and build that road going down there to Shagaramas, and they do a lot of development there. So those lands were like empty. So you give them those lands and give them a huge amount of money to start. And
so they get land free, they get money free.
Mm-hmm. They get land and they get money. They get a package, right? And this was unknown to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So a lot of people believe that they come and they start off riding bicycle and overnight they have store in town. So them stores on Queen Street there and Henry Street, right? They got those stores. They developed those stores. They were small stores and small shops first, right? And then after the coup, right? They developed those stores. You remember, they had one set of stores back to back going on. There was the same families.
And they was fighting for the drug mall and all them things.
But that after the fact.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm saying to you, every cloth that came into the country from that day forth was coming from through them. They were also given the contracts to bring the clothes for the fire service, the police service, to make the uniforms and all these things, right? So anything to do with fabric at those days was them. Now at that time, it was no big deal, right? Because they weren't the rich in the country at that time. Even though they got a huge amount of money, which today, in today's money, will be something like approximately around $1 billion in today's money. At that time was about 100 or 200 estimated $1 million, right? So they went and they built the homes, they started the business, they do the thing, right? And this is what to bring them up. They get a push to bring them up to the standard of the so-called white people at that time in the country. So you come poor, we had to make you rich because these people who look like you rich already, so we had to make all that to bring all up to them standard. So all them go look like we have poor white people in Trinidad and Tobago because either poor white people in Trinidad and Tobago
and this is why,
non-existent.
and no, this is why when they did the interview and they made the statement about the French Creoles no longer being the buffer between them and the poor, that is why the guy got angry and started protesting outside the businesses with his sign. Because you remember it had a French Creole guy who got really angry with the statement they made, and he started protesting outside the places. And I understand why now, because he now was very old and he knew the history. So I guess in his mind it was like, we were responsible for you all being where you all are, and now you all turning around and saying that you all are now the most powerful and throwing us under the bus, saying that we are now, there's no longer a middle class, which was us. So they're basically saying we poor now, and is now just rich and poor. And that is why he took offense. Because you are telling me it was the French Creoles itself who was here, who mandated Eric Williams to give these people a chance. Wow. Look how the tables have turned there. I feel it. No, I don't even know how I feel it right now.
No. To some of them who are here now, they might even know that story. Because this is what happened to their great-great-grandfather and them who was here, who came first. Right? When they were born into seeing money and business. So they probably believe themselves that, we came here. But the truth is, and some of them they still interact with their family outside, in who went back to Sri Lanka. Yeah, some of them go across here and visit them and think, no, listen. In those days, in the 80s and early 90s, in the 80s especially, the rich people in Trinidad and Tobago was men like Dupré and Kupolani and Amar and Munan, Mutilal Munan and them fellas and them. They were the big boys. You understand? They were getting most seat contracts and they were doing that until Dupré went and click off industries and all that. These were the people which was black and East Indian people. They were the richest in the country.
Well, that is what I knew because I remembered my dad told me the original. If you had to see who was the original downtown merchants, it was those
them.
guys.
They had all
black
the
and
stores
Indian people. And that is what I taught my sons.
They had
and
only Bata store, especially Couple, and he had own plenty business. He started the Roundabout Plaza and malls and things. He was the man who was doing plenty stores, right? What happened?
Oh, good. We're going into, oh gosh, where the play started.
Oh God, we're going.
Today is a Playway Show Call Day. For all draws today, you can win a guaranteed base Playway payout of $28 for every $1 played. And your chance for bigger winnings just got better. Let's begin with our Playway draw.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
And we are back, folks. We are back. And we are giving you all the history. So I know you say it does lose your talking points. So we was talking about the cloth and the Syrian community, how they came to become the 1%. You had reached up to where he was explaining how they got the fabric license and stuff. So that is where you are at right now.
Right. Now, this part here of the history is left up to speculation, but I'm just going to give my opinion because I haven't got no factual information or no evidence about this era here. But
okay, let me play it one time.
I put two and two together. Go ahead.
Are solely those of the hosts and callers and do not represent the views, policies, or official position of Talk City 91.1, its management, or affiliates.
Right. I put two and two together. Right? Because after the 1990 insurrection or the coup, right, is where they now started to make inroads in other businesses besides cloth. Right? They now, well, prior to the 1990 coup, when the NAR was in power, right, you wasn't hearing much about them, but besides selling
cloth.
Yeah. Now remember, in the 1984-85 election, right, or the 1985-86 election, in 1985-86 I think, right, the NAR won 33-3. The PNM only had 3 seats, right? The 3 people in the PNM was Patrick Manning, Muriel Donovan McDavison, and Morris Marshall. That was the opposition. Right? San Fernando East, Laventille East, and Laventille West. Right? When, and I want to listen to this part here carefully, when the NAR came into government, and I can play a video for you, they meet a country in crisis, right? And there was no money in the treasury. You know what I say? It had no money to even pay public servants. So the first initial say was to get money borrowed. And they went to the IMF. And the IMF gave them their mandate. They were like, we can't lend no money, or they just the other day they had real money. How come they have no money now? You understand? How come we don't know or they're going to give me back that money? Or they living too, or the other people living too over the standard, because those days in the 80s, people used to go to Miami and shop and come back on a weekend, right? You're talking about when our dollar was just $2.50 to $1 US. So in that short space of time, we went from being one of the 3rd richest countries in the Western Hemisphere to being almost broke. So they had also take stringent measures. And some of the measures they had also take was to send home people.
And with stringent measures comes heat.
Correct.
Which is exactly what our current government is going through.
Take away the cooler, take away the back pay, take away all these things. They had also cut the food importation bill entirely. Right? So you could no longer get foreign goods here. They introduced something called buy local and try to get a lot of people to get into agriculture and stuff to start to plant food, and we try to feed yourself instead of going to buy and importing food and all these things. They came up with a lot of initiatives to try to fill the gap of the economic burden that was happening in the country at that time. And obviously, because of those hardships and the people was being, well, that pressure the people was under at the time, first they didn't believe the NAR, because you're talking to people who was accustomed getting back pay every Christmas under the last regime, right? You're talking to people who was living nice and happy-go-lucky. They had a good work on the port and they had a good government work and they was living nice. So now that you came in and they believe that you are the problem, they didn't want to hear that it's the PNM causes this problem. Just like I hear people now saying, I'm fed up hearing people saying, blaming the PNM, they blaming the PNM for what? No, we don't want to hear about the PNM, fix it. Otherwise, like, I don't know the way you're doing, like, I don't know what you're doing. And this was the same utterance of people now, then back in those days. Now, all this animosity and hatred for the government at that time, and this is why I say the NAR government probably the only government that had no allegations of corruption.
But I could ask a question though.
Mm-hmm.
Is it public knowledge if people want to know what is going on in the treasury? Does it have a way that we could access that?
No, you can get information because the Freedom of Information Act that was passed. Right. Them days you didn't know nothing.
Right.
And you couldn't know nothing.
So it's a case now that even at this time, we have a society that has been dumbed down so much that they're not even gonna go look for that information.
Arrogant and ignorant is on the same boat with this country and the attitude, right? So now, based on what happened those days, the public was an outcry for them to move the NAR government, right? And this is where the 1990 insurrection is kind of iffy because a year before we had 3 members of the NAR leaving and going and form their own political party called Club 88, which then turned into the UNC, right? So, and then you have the 3 opposition members, which of the PNM, right? And both members of both parties, the people who had left the NAR and the people who was the opposition, was not in Parliament on that Friday when the late Yassim Abubakar overthrew the Parliament and took over the country via coup.
So that is why it looks sus. It looks like they knew about it, but they made themselves make sure they wasn't present.
Another thing, a question that I asked when I was doing my research on this, right? Because after the 1990 coup, in the 1991 election, the PNM came back and won. But if the country had no money, right? Prior to Eric William, right? And the NAR came and met no money, right? Who financed the PNM election in 1991 that brought them back to win?
With full strength.
With full strength. And who financed the 3 members of Club 88 to come back as a opponent, as opposition party, to become the next opposition instead of the NAR? Because after that 1991, the NAR probably only had 2 seats in Tobago. They got no seats in Trinidad. And it happened that the brand new party came and won some seats, and the PNM won the majority of the seats. Right? Who financed that election? Right? That was the question to me. Because that was one of the greatest election campaign prior to that. On top of that, during the coup, almost 70% of the businesses in Port of Spain had burned down. That sent Kopolani to the cleaners. Right?
And just those selected businesses.
It wasn't like a selected. People were just looting and burning. It was just looting and burning what's going on in town. Right? But strategically, Henry, Frederick, around the town almost burned down. People are just looting and burning, breaking all businesses and all this kind of thing. Because remember, it's cool, skelter. Right? So I can't say that they send people to burn down, but specifically people think. Right? But the outcome of that, with regards to business in Trinidad and Tobago, the direction switch straight to the birth of the 1% as we know it now. That was the birth after 1990.
So, is it a case that Kopolani and didn't have money that he could have built back his stores? Or is it a case that he just gave up?
He gave up because I think those days, I think they didn't have the insurance company like how it had now. You understand? Had nobody taking no big insurance company for big business and things in town like how we had all these big insurance companies. Actually, these insurance companies that have now, mostly as a retail, is the 1% insurance companies.
Wow.
You understand? So, the majority of people who lost business those days, they lost. And they come and sell the land or the place where the business was going after the aftermath. And who you think bought it? That is why they say almost every block in town owned by them. Right? And the Chinese. Right? So you had to ask yourself, because how come they, right? And this is me just drawing my opinion. I asking questions here. This is why I just put 2 cents together. After, in 2000 and, I can't remember the year, when Patrick Manning was the Prime Minister again, because remember he, in 95, Pandey won. Right, and this is where the split came now in UNCP and this kind of East Indian African, because Pandey had an East Indian base, and and this is what we dealing with up to this day, right? But prior to 1991, we didn't have that, like how it is here now. This politics here in its current form, right? Now, when Patrick Manning was was the Prime Minister, I think was in 2024. 2005, I think. Sorry, I think in 2005, I think he had. That is before the Tim Manning must go, and they had the little turn and they kick him out, right? Let me explain it. Patrick Manning had planned. He had opened the East Port of Spain Development Company with a coming to another windfall of gas and an oil boom, right? That's what Collar Hart was. The chairman of all these boards, the cut and this and that he was doing. He was in everything, right? And they had opened the company, the East Port of Spain Development Company, and Patrick Manning said on a platform he's going to develop. He came up with how much? I think it was $3 billion plan to develop the whole of Laventille, right? And I think they draw plans and thing to develop the whole. Overlooking Port of Spain and the East Development Program, and $3 billion they were supposed to spend, right? And he was immediately calling to a meeting in the West. What was said in that meeting, no one knows, right? That was wrong the same time when all the guys signed peace, and he met with them in the square.
Yeah, I remember that meeting.
And based on out of that, I think they say what was going to develop Laventille.
Right. Yeah.
And he was calling to a meeting. What was said in that meeting, nobody knows. But after that, that plan came quiet. That plan died.
It died. I remember that well.
Right. And then he started getting fight from within.
Yeah.
And who was fighting him from within?
It was Keith.
Okay. And Keith was the rich get richer. Nothing wrong with the rich getting richer.
Yeah.
Right?
He's that guy.
Right.
And that was my final straw.
No.
With the PNM, and that is when my heat came for them.
Why will a prime minister go into a meeting with these so-called 1% people, and then after all his plans change, for all his plans just get quiet, right? And then after that, because of that stance he take to do that, he started to get undermined from within, right? And then the one who was undermining him get other members in the party to go against, also do the same,
including the person he was grooming to possibly be his next leader, who is now the current opposition leader.
Correct. And then they were planning to go and they were planning to go to the parliament and petition a vote of no confidence against him, right?
Which forced him to call the
snap election.
I know the history of this very well because, like I said, this was when Opinion Box said he hated this version of the PNM, and I will stand on it now.
Right.
I have no problem with nothing before that. But you see, this guy...
Let me make it clear.
Go ahead.
Right? I don't want to us what your thoughts. When that happened, all that there was strategically planned, but not by Rowley.
I know that.
It was a move that was because all that time he was still a puppet.
Yeah.
You understand? So they realized, okay, this one we have here, he getting too big for himself. He feel like he in control. So the plan I moved to undermine him, and Manning said, let the people decide. And the same propaganda machine, the very same propaganda machine that the PNM used against opposition parties, they use that against the
Guardian
own.
Media and all that.
They use that against the own,
Yeah.
which was Patrick Manning.
Yeah, because I remember you couldn't scroll a page of our papers without seeing Patrick Manning plastered on it in a negative
until the people within the PNM was supporting him, except Twiggy.
Yeah. Yep.
And some others.
Yeah, turn on him.
And when he came to us, boy, the protest when he was coming to the Badisee house.
Yeah. And how I remember that very well is because I also remember that Aisha Wells stood her ground on it.
Correct.
And she was blacklisted for it.
Ad
sponsorship dropped down and all kind of thing.
All the PNM split in the Manning supporters and the new Rowley supporters.
The Rowley, the PNM pinatas.
Correct. So then what happened, right? I'm saying all this to say when that happened, and we know the history after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was really controlling the PNM? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So this is all this, as I said, all this what I'm speaking is my opinion based on I just crunching the
but I'm being honest with you. All the dots you're connecting.
I connected the dots.
It's correct. It is correct. It ain't nothing off here. Because okay, let me tell you something, right? From the coup come up, I lost on because I was a child.
Yes.
But you see from Manning 2020 vision come up to that is why when you hear me say on my platform a lot of the times, PNM voter base could never talk to me. Yeah, don't worry, everything line up. PNM voter base could never talk to me. I say because they are the reason why Patrick Manning died. That man died of grief. He didn't die because he wasn't well. He died of grief, knowing what they did to him.
Listen, and the Patrick Manning, right? With all the I don't like respect and don't like the PNM. I respect Patrick Manning, and here why.
That is it.
And here why, right? He was kicked out of the political arena, and I'm saying kicked out, right? Because he was going to help black people.
Yep. And that is where my disdain for the PNM came, and I will say it again. Keith will never grace the wall of my studio. I will never put his picture up on that wall because he's a stain on the legacy of what PNM was.
All right.
I don't care what nobody say. We're going for ads now.
Yeah, when
right?
we come back, we're
going to continue and we go take some calls on this people.
People always saying you didn't take no call.
Yeah.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Preaching on this Labor Day, luscious. Watch out, we gotta call this Luscious Education Labor Day. You understand? Because watch now, Heavy bringing the noise. So what going on? We taking calls now, Heavy?
Yeah, let the people,
let the people weigh in, okay then.
Just want to tell you, let's stay on track, please.
Stay on track, please. Caller, good morning.
A blessed day to Mr. Heavy and to Mr. Obie.
Pleasant good morning, sir.
I'm going with a little history. In 1845, the Indians came here. 81 years. We maybe have a radio station about 50 years or less than that. When the Syrian open Indian radio station, so the Indians get a little break in this country to hear the little program. And you see, when you, some of your history, it's not wise, it's backward. When you could mind other people's business and you can't mind your own, you go nowhere. And to you, Mr. Obie, when you hate, it's your own very self-hating. So you can't, not in a million years I could hate African. I always hate myself first. Not in a million years I could hate a Chinese. If you go in Africa, African killing Africans. You go China is the same thing. You go India is it. You go Pakistan. We, the human race, is the most backward race in civilization.
Okay then, caller. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We have plenty.
Good morning, bro.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning,
gentlemen. Happy Labor Day, if there's such a term I could use. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Heavy. I had a question here in relation. You give a very good revised history. You're a guy that you do your research. I give you a compliment here on that. Yeah. I want to ask you something though. You were stating that the community that you were talking about, well, I'll be plain, Syrian Lebanese community, they got exclusive license or something you were saying to bring in cloth and stuff.
Yeah, to this day, nobody else in Trinidad has that license.
Evidence of this? Really?
Yeah.
So
Up to this day, they still have that license.
Okay,
we don't have
that. You see anybody at
No, the reason why I'm asking that is because I grew up just like you guys to understanding that about on bicycle and sell cloth and so on, right? But so what about Samarouge? You guys know who that is, right? Samarouge. Norman Samarouge, he passed away some time ago.
Yeah.
He used to go about on a bicycle to doing it, and he became at one time in the region and maybe internationally to a major source for carnival material until
he still is.
digital
He still is, but there's no cloth. That'll fall under cloth.
He says.
Well, I say cloth, but he did go about on a bicycle too.
Yeah.
Started like that.
Yeah, but he didn't get no exclusivity.
But then I want to bring. Okay, but still though, okay, let's look at Robert then. Trini, Elias, Najib and Liba sent for him. Remember the story behind that, or is that a fallacy? Because he started he thanked us in the community for building him back up.
You're talking. You're talking about the Elias family. They started their thing in hardware and lumber and thing.
Yeah.
Right.
That started the Eliases. Because remember, I think
them is more or less East Indian, you know. I could be wrong, but I mean, Najib Elias, to me, them is more East Indian.
Oh, you're talking about the way they how they develop their business.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
They were into hardware and lumber.
Okay then.
I remember the advertisement all that long time.
Okay then, cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, look at somebody on the chat.
Okay, I just wanted to make
somebody on the chat and all say hardware.
Yeah. Thank you.
One thing with Baby Trump does be driving and pull over and call, you know. You always see an indicator in the background, click.
That Baby Trump, that Trini Trump.
Yeah. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, fella, good morning. Yeah, it's very small growing up. We know from day one that the 1% only shown in charge, you know. We know that because I went to school with a Syrian. He never takes his education seriously. This fella own a big building.
Okay.
And then they will take our money, but they don't like us, you know. Because as a child, we went by one of them houses.
That is not what the conversation
is. That is not what the conversation is about.
The conversation is not about that.
Right? We stick into into the history and what they own and stuff like that.
The thing with them is then I don't know if they get them credit for this. Don't take another call yet. Take a call already?
No. I was going to play the disclaimer. Their mandate is not to let the money come out of the family. Yeah. So they're married into families, one another. So you will never see nobody else from any other race out of that group of people. Yeah. You know? Because they do their business by inheritance. Right? So as a born, you already everybody done put shares in our business for you. From you want to reach age, your bread done butter and your way done pat. Your part done open for you already. Your opportunity and they're just waiting for you to reach 18 or 19 or whatever year, right? That would have never seen them on the street. You understand where I'm coming from? As bad as it may be, and you have some of them bad. Some of them real bad. But not only that, it's a couple of them deformed too. But anyway, disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Expressed are solely those of the hosts and callers and do not represent the views, policies, or official position of Talk City 91.1, its management, or affiliates.
All right. Caller, good afternoon. Caller, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Man, he was a real gentleman. Yes, you are not disrespectful for us. Never see disrespecting Prime Minister. Yeah. He was well to make joke and thing with you. You understand? But you never see really, this is sexy and all kind of things. Like, all them see and them you know. All right.
Okay, then, caller. Thank you. Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Obie and Obie.
Good morning.
This last 10 years since at the PNM, the 1% community thrive the most in their history,
Yep.
The amount of things that they have in terms of regionally and internationally, like when they buy the big grocery in Miami, $400 and something million US. They own all kind of light bulb factory or snack factory going up the Caribbean, everything. A lot of business over here. That US thing was to stifle small businesses, and a lot of business sell out to them.
Yep.
So a lot of people don't understand that. And that 2010 election, Rowley had to ensure that PNM lost that 2010 election in order to be given the nod as the political leader of the PNM. Because if the PNM had won 2010 election, he could have never overthrown Patrick Manning.
Yeah.
Enjoy your day.
Yep.
Obie, morning. Heavy morning. The same thing happened in Tobago. PNM kick out the sitting secretary, Kelvin Charles, to put in Ansel Dennis, because Kelvin Charles was helping people. No big contractor could not get no small project. The small man was getting things.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
He helping too much of small people. And they force him out. Same thing happened in Tobago, same thing happened.
Yep.
That is why Ansel Dennis could never win a seat in Tobago or be chief secretary, because he wasn't elected, he was selected.
Yeah.
Just like Stuart Young.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah, caller. We lost that one. Yeah, boy. And let me tell you something. They're starting to overtake the Caribbean region too, eh?
Of course.
Because I am seeing videos of level Massey going up the Caribbean islands. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Heavy and Obie.
Mm-hmm.
One mistake you all made when you all was commenting. It was not the coup. It was an attempted coup. And the next thing about it, Mr. Manning didn't get suffer with thing, it's Likito. All you don't forget that it's Likito. This man went and fixed the former prime minister. You understand?
Yeah,
and then Mrs. Prasad Bisasa spent some money to take care of him because it wasn't his fault to get so. All you don't ever forget that. Mr. Manning was a gentleman, because a day I was in a financial complex, sit down waiting for someone, and Mr. Manning was coming through, and he bowed down, and I stood up, and he shook my hand. That is a gentleman, compared to that former. You understand? Go on.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's up, caller? Good morning.
Love and respect, brothers. Facts over feelings.
Yes, brother.
Maybe I can remember that time when I was about 13, 14, somebody, but that coup time was really brutal. And after that, they really branched into entertainment, club thing, and food, pizza boys and all them things. And they started branch out. They started really branch out. But Mr. Manning really was a different kind of brother, boy.
Yeah.
He still used to hear all the people and thing, boy.
Correct.
Yeah.
The man used to hear me out because I did course on the man and all too, because Calder Hat at that time, Calder Hat he was getting a
he had
phone allowance.
too much pie.
Yeah, he had
Not only that, the phone allowance the man had is what we was getting for the month at the time as differently able people to live. That is what we was getting at the time. And they really did a propaganda machine on Manning and make the whole country hear that man. And you're correct. That man grieved to death. That man grieved to death because he couldn't believe the same people he helped and get nod.
Go ahead.
To switch up on him, so he couldn't believe them people switch up on him, so and that man grieved to death because remember, as a differently able person becoming disabled as an adult, if you ain't survived them first 3-5 years, brother, even the first year, you will grieve to death. And that is exactly what going on with the man. Because he's not the same person he was.
It hurt him to see what was going on with his people. and everything.
Yeah. And he was genuinely trying to help because the man was approachable. Look, the disabled people, the community went to him. He heard them out. He gave people work. He employed people. He raised the grant. He do thing, Boy, Rowley was a total beast, boy. You couldn't even approach that man, boy.
You're telling me?
And we money dwindled down to come like it was half. The value was worth half. Although Kamla didn't raise it. Miss Kamla didn't raise it. Boy, the money come like it was half of the money because of inflation and what he do.
Yep.
And he was totally unapproachable.
Yep.
Yeah, respect, boy.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man.
And let me tell you something, Heavy.
Yeah.
This is why, and I'd say it without no fear, I'd say it without no shame. None. And I know that caller just now, he felt like hate was a strong word, and he's right. Hate is a strong word. But I'm saying it categorically clear because I want all you to know this is how I feel. And this is why none of you all can recruit me to get me to come and sign up behind that person. I wasn't very knowledgeable about politics. But I can remember once in my life ever meeting Patrick Manning. And that was when he came to Library and we walked from Point Door Junction straight down to inside our library in the coffee. And we came around from the police station and we came up Bassa Hill and we came right back down. And I remember walking with Patrick Manning as a little child. Right? As a little child. And while I was walking with Mr. Manning, right? Let me leave this here. WhatsApp caller hole. Right? I remember walking with him. And I remember standing up as a child now getting ready to go from primary school, getting ready to transition to secondary school, and listening to this man talk, not fully understanding the gravity of what I was listening to, but understanding what he wanted to do for library and what he was telling people to do and certain things like that. And that was my first insight into anything that had to do with politics. You know, they say your family will bring you as a little child. And when I looked at him, and I started to hear that 2020 vision start to roll out and these different things, I could tell you all, right? I had a business on Oxford Street. So when I tell people I know the OGs like Fresh and Croc and all these bad boys from back in I was from Shafford Sports.
Landy playing. Stop talking about yourself.
No, I know playing, I'm talking. I want to understand this. Them callers like to hear this. Let me tell you something. Yeah. The reality of it was this. My disdain for the PNM came because I saw what they did to Patrick Manning. They turned that man into a shell of himself. That is why I could never accept the fact that his son went and worked under that Keith Rowley administration. Ain't no way you could have convinced me to do that. And this is why people need to understand why the history of these things cannot be lost. Because people need to remember that what Keith Rowley did was set Afro-Trinbagonians back decades, with not allowing Lavantil and these places to be developed,
And why do you think that was? Why do you think that was?
I'm going to let you say it. Before I open up the line to the WhatsApp caller.
The mandate that was given to the PNM is never, ever to empower the Afro-Trinbagonians in this country. Don't do it. Don't ever do it. And I think when Patrick Manning was called into that meeting down in the West, was to remind him of that mandate, right? Because if you fix them, who will work in our factories and in our stores? If you empower them, if you give them economic power or economic opportunity to empower themselves, who will work for us?
True.
Then we will no longer be the upper class, and that is why that is why they have a problem with the UNC, because they believe the UNC is empowering their East Indian, and the East Indian is coming up to them business wise. That is why they fear the UNC. That is why they fear Kamla and the UNC. Because they don't answer to them.
True. Let me take this caller on the line here. What's up, caller? Talk. What's up, caller?
Hello.
Yeah, good day.
Ebony and Obie.
Mhm.
Listen, there are so much things I want to say today, but I will just deal with Manning. All they talk about Manning. You know what Manning do old people when he come into power? I was a bus conductor, and Manning take with the bus pass from the old people, right? And get them, I think, 6 tickets for the month, right? I don't know where they could go with them 6 tickets. You understand? And it's we, the workers of PTSC, stand up at every bus stop on the priority with placards for them people to get back their pass. Manning do old people that. So I don't know what they talk about Manning. How
So
Manning
okay,
was so nice.
so what did Keith Rowley take from we?
Huh?
What Keith take from we? Not
No,
air.
I talk
No,
about,
air. No.
I talk.
No,
listen, I talk
If
about
we
Manning,
talking, let's talk in general. Don't play smart with stupidness.
First thing first.
No,
First
be
thing first.
supporting Rowley, you know.
Yes, sir, hold on,
I say I'm talking about Manning. I ain't supporting Rowley.
First thing first, caller, right? First thing first. I don't know what you're hearing, but this show wasn't about Manning. Right?
No, well, only talk about Manning.
No.
We never talk about Manning. We never talk about Manning.
Listen carefully.
We never spoke about Manning.
Listen, we were talking about the 1%.
Yes.
We weren't talking about Manning.
We weren't talking about Manning.
In the conversation, we talk about A&R Robinson, we talk about Pandey, we talk about, because I was given a history lesson leading up, but I talk about what it reached to the ending up with Manning and Keith Rowley and what happened.
Okay, well,
so this conversation wasn't about.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I am sorry. Please, I apologize. But let me tell you something about the history too. Sometimes you just make little mistakes and things, right? I can talk about that, but I don't want to talk about it. But because the 1% were here since before PNM came into power, right? They were here with the cloth and thing, right? And I don't know, you give us a story there, and I ain't doubt you at all, right? I ain't doubt you at all.
Caller, how old is the age?
I am 79 years. I am the person who done with PNM since I was 10. Right. Before 10 years, I done with PNM. Eh?
When did
because it's Racket and Bob, all them coming
right.
with.
I understand. No, hold on. We're not talking that. We're talking history here. Since that you're 70 something. Right, good.
Yeah.
The reason why I ask you that.
Yeah. 79.
If you have information, when did the 1% Syrian came here? What year?
No, I don't know. No, but I'm talking about when they were selling the cloth. Now it was before. It started before Eric Williams and them came into power. I'm saying that I don't know.
Eric Williams came into power in 1950s, right?
56. Yeah,
right.
56,
were they here? Were they here before 56? Think about it.
Yeah, they were here before 56. No, they were here before 56.
Listen,
but they didn't have that amount of power.
I don't want you to mix up.
Yeah.
The French Creole whites who were here with the Syrian Lebanese, because
and I think that is what he's doing.
Because they know they look the same.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that they were here before. I ain't talking about the grandfathers and them. I ain't talking about the 1% now. You know, I ain't talking about them. You know, I just talking about they were here before the Lebanese and the Syrians and things. They came in and started selling the clothes because I was a little boy when they were selling the clothes. Partake and things. So I know what I'm talking about.
How old you was?
But I was about I tell you, all 7, 8, 9, 10 years, them was here selling the clothes.
All right, continue.
But I'm saying, I'm not against you for saying, right? Because I know Eric Williams and I know how detrimental Eric Williams was. He could have given them that power, you understand? Together with the other people, right? Because he know history. Eric Williams was a historian, you know, and he know history. He know the history of the Africans. He know the history of everybody, right? And he was in league with anybody who could get him what he wants. He in league with them,
right.
And that's what I tell you. Since when I was 9 years, I support them, and I'm so lucky that I didn't have to vote for them. Before I reached 10 years, I was done because it was Racket and Bubble. Anyway, I have to go now.
Thank you.
Your voice, no, tell me.
Heavy, Obie, morning. I hear no they loud and clear now, but I still never rate the PN. I will never rate Manning and them. I will never rate them because them is the people also just say that make the Syrians them rich. Them fellas in charge. Them could have make African and East Indian people wealthy. And if he really run the country like a boss, nobody could undermine him and throw him out. So I will never rate them. I sorry to say I will never rate him, regardless if he's nice and he play. Everybody nice. Rowley and all nice for meeting one person I want to talk to nice and humble. But the vision for the people at Trinidad and Tobago, the African and the East Indian, that was not PNM vision to help them. Them vision was 71%. So I do rate them regardless of what. When oil and gas was booming, PNM was in charge. We should have been Dubai. Dubai should have heard about we. We ain't supposed to hear about Dubai.
Good morning, Obie and Heavy. If people in Trinidad and Tobago don't realize that every person in the PNM party was elected and not elected and placed strategically in every position that they are in for a particular reason.
Yes.
From the top, come right down. You understand? They were placed there for a reason. But remember how the Twin Towers fall, the tallest building, right? There's always come down. The PNM fall and they will have to remain down as long as the people want them to be down.
After that, opening.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I wasn't playing up now.
I want to tell the caller who is 70 years, and this is the reason why I ask him his age. If he's 70 years, it means that he born in 1956.
Right. And somebody saying the Syrians were here by early 1900s to 1908.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. If he born in 1956, right, and he said he should ride when he was 9 years old, that was in 1965. Right? So my timeline is correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? But he said before Eric Williams.
Yeah.
Right? And before Eric Williams, he didn't born yet.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah. That's why I left it alone, you know. I noticed you was checking and doing your math. Yeah, but I was done in my head. I was like, listen, the date's not adding up.
It's not adding up because I know when I did my research, right? I know I wrong the timeline that they were riding wrong selling cloth. And if you say you was 9 years old, he's correct. But that was in 1965.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? That wasn't before Eric. Because before Eric, we had the Queen still running the country. Here was Little England. Understand what I'm saying? We still had governor here. Right? So I think he mixed up the timeline when he said before. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There we go.
Hold on, WhatsApp caller. Hold on, Evie. I want to do something here. I see a old mule appear in the chat here, so let me give you something one time. Hold that, Patricia Reed. Hold that. One time. Hold that. Hold something now. Can't see her reach. Hold something. Yeah, she had to get the old mule as she reach. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
What's up, caller? Good morning. Yeah, she's here. Same time I open the line here, the caller, yeah, boy. She's sick, man.
I don't know who's that because I don't read chat.
Yeah. Yeah, caller, good morning.
Morning, Obie.
Morning.
Morning, Obie. Morning, Heavy.
Morning.
Here, I locked on with my senior grandpa here, my senior father here, who's in his 70s. And it's just a correction. The caller before, he said he's 79.
79 or 70,
right.
you say?
Yeah, he says 79.
79.
79.
Somebody in the chat says 79 too.
All right,
yes,
all right.
and as he's saying that he's just echoed the same thing my father was saying whilst you all was speaking. So Daddy did say they were here before that.
Okay.
Right? And they would have, and they used to go around selling their cloth and saying the same patik. Just as he said patik. Daddy said that before. Patik. And they had watches and clocks and things for sale.
Yeah, and Papi in the background, man. Let Papi come to the phone and say good morning now, man, right, Papi. Let the veteran come now, man.
Yeah.
Pleasant good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. You're 91.1 Talk City. Give us what little history you might know of. We're taking a little bit from you too. Yes. Tell us what you know.
Well, what I know is I could repeat that they used to move around with suitcases. And they had pants length. Used to sell for $8 and $10 and things. A pants length. And also in them suitcase, they had clocks and watches and things selling. Who didn't ride bicycle? They used to walk a lot. Yeah, going house to house.
So they were actually...
what my old partner like myself was saying is true. We meet them, I born and meet them doing that.
Okay, but so they were really at the bottom of the social and economical ladder.
Nah, them was no way. Them was no way.
You hear that?
There was no way, because one or two who could have go to school with us, you sit down in class with we.
So that means they
Them
weren't
was
even
not
going
in
to
the
school
status.
too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Them didn't have the status. They didn't have that.
All right. Thank you
No,
very
sir.
much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for calling in and
Yeah,
thank you
I
for
have
your
plenty,
education.
you know, I have history racked up from where the train, everything. You know.
Well, okay, so here what you ought to do. You ought to stay locked on, and when we doing other talks with history and stuff like that, you will call. If you want and all too, you could tell your daughter text her name so that I could save your name, so I know when you call in.
Yeah,
open the lines for you.
Things that I have certain history free of charge.
Okay then, thank you so much. Okay then, thank you so much, caller.
Because I could tell you about that 25 cents before I go.
Oh gosh. Okay then. Well, we got to take that because we have our callers on the line, right? Thank you so much. Okay then. Yeah.
Right.
Uncle, thank you.
Yeah, the people at the history out there heavy, so it's not completely lost. It's just not being taught where it needed to be taught.
Correct.
Yep. You taking calls still?
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
It's working man who starts to 40 in development, but under Equilibrium. Equilibrium buy out the whole of St. Paul Street, Rosel, part of Lavaton. When he gets away with Hudson Phillips, Ivan Williams side with Hudson Phillips, and across the whole thing. All them people that get paid for the building, you know, St. Paul Street, Laventille, Father Laventille, Rosel, and you have to work in the building.
Okay then, caller. Thanks. You want to clear up that? I've never heard that.
No.
And I was somebody who used to be on the polls.
Listen to me. The only e-sport that's paying development company that I know of is what Patrick Manning.
Well, this is what I say. Right? I'm confused.
If it had an e-sport that's paying development and initiative back in Eric William time, was probably when to build Beatum and because Beatum Gardens was one of the first.
It was
one of the first. Yeah. It fall under the at the point in time wasn't even AGC. It was National Housing or something Authority or something like that. They was called Rat City. It was a settlement like a shanty town.
Yeah, because I know before what was there was horse and carriage.
Right. And they break it down and they build those houses, the housing scheme on the bottom there. Right. And I know that happened in Eric time. So I was wondering if that was part of that. I never heard of the East Port Spin until East Port Spin Development Company until Patrick Manning time. I'm not saying she wrong, right? But I don't have that history.
Okay then.
Right?
Okay,
if anybody can clear up that, they can call and clear it up.
Okay then. We have a WhatsApp caller here.
Because Mid-Avantil wasn't developed at all.
Patriot from Texas. We have a call. Pleasant good morning.
This is 2.0 Donald Trump, the original Lego beast himself, not the one you know as Tranny Trump. Notice he says nothing good about the USA, Republicans, or me. Question.
Right.
Can sycophants of the UNC or PNM be a liability? Look up the definition. Sycophant, political leeches.
It dropped.
Every morning, Obie, don't forget to do a history on Tobago because I Obie too, because I know Obie and know that they used to handle the scenes and see the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Back in the days now, boys, so I went to do a history on Tobago. You can even call in what's in Duke and all, so local assistant too.
Right, no problem.
I do a history on Tobago. So people in Trinidad could understand where Tobago really come from.
So Uncle with the history said that it was under the NHA, National Housing Authority. Right. So Uncle really bring any history.
Yeah, it was NHA. Right. Well, let's see. I tell you, I don't have that history what she talking about. I don't know how it had that before.
Let me take one more and go to the break. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, gentlemen, morning.
Good morning, sir.
It is fellas. The 1% blueprint for generational wealth could not have been possible without Eric Williams back in the day.
I know that.
If you look at things right now, they hand in everything in there, medical, judiciary, government. Now that it's a new government, they put in a spoke in the wheel. So it's a dread fight on again now.
Yep.
Okay then.
Thank you very much.
You. So callers, we're going for a quick break and we'll have a conversation. We're going for a quick break because bills have to pay and we'll be back shortly.
Your stories.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
You have to make sure that all you call in. So remember your access phrases. One lesson from Dad can last a lifetime. So I see we have some calls on the thing. So before they give all the contribution, let we get the Father's Day promotion out of the way. So remember your access phrase, one lesson from Dad can last a lifetime. So we opening the phone line. Caller, good morning. Father's Day promotion, access phrase.
One lesson from Dad taught me.
Right, because we taking that still. Okay, so
right. The economy was handed from the colonial to the local, and the local control the economy after that.
That was the lesson your father taught you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, then hold on. I had to take your name off. I had to take your name and thing off there. What is your name? Caller, what is your name? Oh, you out of it. Okay then. Don't see. He say you out of it. Father's Day promotion. Access phrase, please. Caller, good afternoon. Father's Day promotion access phrase, caller.
One lesson my papa taught me
Okay,
is,
then we taking that. Let me hear your lesson.
yes, don't matter what mistake you make in life, when time to go to bed, don't ever go to bed not speaking to each other.
Okay.
Even though you will not talk during the night, give a hug and a kiss and say, have a blessed one. And always put aside something for another day, no matter how small it is, when you get your pay. Thank you.
Okay, hold on. Let me take your name off here. Hold on. Right. Yeah, caller. Give me your name. Thank you. Stephan. Okay, then contact number. Okay, then thank you. Have a great day. Yes, people, and that brings us to the end of our Father's Day promotion, and we are going back in with Under the Radar with
Under the Radar.
Yeah, man, Under the Radar. Look how we naming the show. Oh Lord, well, whatever. Can't remember the show. All the show names too complicated. Anyway, so we back on the conversation and we taking calls, people. So, a lot of information coming our way, boy, and people are loving it right now. We have a voice note here. Let me hear this.
Down, because if you notice, right now they tail between their legs, they're having real problems. That is why they have to get that propaganda spread no matter what. You ever notice when Eric and Barataria and them call, right? They just keep rambling. Whenever you all try to get in to say something, they don't want you all to talk at all. Yeah, it's because they're on the defense right now. They have to get that propaganda spread no matter what. So the more they could keep you all from talking and they get in the voice. You understand? That's what they're trying to do. Right now they're under the gun. They don't know. They're spinning like rat.
Okay, thank you. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Okay, happy Father's Day. All right, quickly. One, I knew I was a young boy, maybe 7 years, 8 years. The party is passed by my. But in my village, just Blanchishas, they will come there with their group. They'll have the bedspread, the bed sheets, which people used to call bed spread long time. They'll have pillowcases, watches, clocks, yeah, and they could have negotiations very well. By the time they leave, you had to buy something. They tried the best, and then also got involved in the Macquarie Industrial Estate. They had console food industries there, console freight and stoves and then they had UMI, Universal Metal Industries, where they made chairs, economic chairs and office furniture. Quickly, on quick terms of Manning, I went to Manning and Manning didn't treat me nice.
Caller, what I want to find out from you, right? Two things. Were they rich then?
No, they were
right.
They we call hustlers now.
Yeah, right. And can you remember in what period of time that you stopped seeing them do that?
Well, I after the uprising in 1970, I didn't see much of them again. Yeah, 1970.
All right. Yeah. And then the next time you saw them again was when they had stores.
Yeah, they had stores. I worked in Najib, for example. I worked about almost a year in Najib as an assistant on Najib
So they moved from work right and wrong and coming to your house trying to sell your stuff, right? In a matter like how much? 10 years, 15 years, 20 years to having stores?
Well, I could say maybe a little less than 10, around 10 years approximately.
All right. Thank you very much.
No, before you go, I just want to mention one thing because today is Labor Day.
Yeah.
And retired government pensioners who owe money from 2014 to today. Up to now, we have no idea as to when we will get our arrears, not even advanced, because we all are approaching 70 years. And when you reach 70 years, your whole life changes up. You have medical bills, you might be in courts, who in Island Finance, who in
Well, next thing before I go, after 65 years, retired or not public servant, you cannot get a loan in a bank in Trinidad and Tobago after 65 years. And that is a thing the government now have to look upon. I mean, they're trying their best, but that is a thing. Because public servants who gave, I'm not talking about old age pensioners, you know, people who went to university and all about and work for the state, and today they really need some kind of a reprieve.
Okay,
so to live. So that's what I have to say on that. So you all thanks, great show. Sorry I have more time. You guys could talk a lot on your history.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, brother.
Caller, good morning.
Good
morning, Heavy.
Yeah, morning.
TG.
Obie.
TC and Heavy and Heavy and God.
Don't worry. I'm taking it. Whoever you made the show, go ahead.
All right, yeah. Yeah, now, brother, man. You see, these people who we call PNM, from since I was a little fella, I see, wait name, the first uprising, that is 1970. I was about 9 years old. I was going to the corner of Piccadilly Street and Lapantee Road. Right, and it's black people struggle with that Black Power Revolution thing, because that time Bata was I thought I go slow because black people passing and balling down by Mama Guy. That you understand?
Yeah.
So here we're going on now. After the little before the 1970 revolution, then people stop walking around, you know. And after the 70 revolution, Eric Williams beat blackness out of black people, because you can't wear dashiki, you can't wear alpazat, you can't wear sapat, you can't even have your hair in cornrow, palace to walk with a big beard on a butt. Police pulling you up, shaving you, cutting your hair, is all kind of things that man do people with 1970, boy. The man take 1970 and advantage people. After 1970, people come and vote for him overwhelmingly, because they tell black people they go be wearing dashiki under Macandal.
Thank you.
Life, and they go change all kind of ulugu and all kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
And black people change, and that 1970 is what make black people get recognized, because that's the only time black people start to get recognition, because we could now work no way from 1962 to 70. No black people could now show their face in front of no Syrian store, no bank, no nothing. And even in LSD Park, this place right, this Ovaltine, there was two places was off limit to black people in the night. Anytime 6 o'clock in the night, police hold between Palestine or Federation Park in Jamaica jail. What's again if you have tools, or if you're coming from somewhere and make their shortcut to come through, especially people who was living in Belmont and them places. But you can't be coming through there after 6 with no tool bag. If you have a pick foot in it, it's now you're making a jail, because I breaking implement tools. You hear what I'm telling you? Eric Williams suffer black people, boy, and it's wicked to see we own black people could stand up here now to be here about Eric Williams. Eric Williams should be locked up 1,000,000 times. It's the only government where the ministers used to thief their salary without remorse, and he just moved them from here and put them there, and as they settle in here, they thief here again. Look, what that what's his name in Sawa right there? Mohammed people. Mohammed. Kamalaji Mohammed, his whole family own a big area in LC, because he was minister land and where they call it. All right, have a good day, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. You talk good day, man. I like what you talk.
Watch now.
Man talk.
Yeah, but you notice what started happening, right? You know what started happening, right?
What happened?
He started to get frustrated.
Yeah.
He started to get angry.
Yeah, he started to get angry.
And that tells you, you know how others talk about Stockholm syndrome, and others talk about how others talk about trauma. He was traumatized by that so much that him going down memory lane there just now to tell us about that, the more he remained in that realm of memory to tell us that story, is the more irritated and angry he started to get. And that is the truth that PNM just try to stifle. Because they know if more people come out and tell these history stories, they will get angry.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing where they were the ones that created this problem. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Same day, it's PNM Day.
Or you can take that and know what to do with it.
Okay then, well here what you know say there, he said today is PNM day. Well here is he seen, since today is PNM day, you could take this.
Today's PNM.
You could take this. Because that is what you is, a old hard-headed mule. So you could hold something. Hold something on behalf of the wrap-up. Caller, good morning.
Good morning again.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the people used to sell clothes when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
They opened a store afterward in Tunapuna Road. Had a store.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what become of it now. But my mother used to buy from that, and it was patek.
Mm-hmm.
To come with the bicycle. And my mother used to choose. They used to cut out the dress length and the pants length and hang it over the bicycle. And you choose which one. And when my mother see one that she like, she will tell him, because my mother has 6 daughters.
Oh Lord. Thank you.
Boys, 6
Thank you.
daughters.
Thank you,
And
caller.
then afterward, it had somebody passing wrong, selling sewing machine on terms. You will pay $1 a week. After a month, you pay off $1 a week. You will get the machine, and they will bring it for you, and you will sign up the agreement. And every Saturday, they come in to collect the dollar for the sewing machine. As I tell you, my mother has 6 daughters. Instead, she had to go by her father to sew, so she will have the machine home. And then my big sister learned to sew, and then my big brother learned to sew.
Okay,
so
then,
the thing about it, you know, my parents taught us from very, very young how to develop a skill, and with little education. Only primary school we went. Thank you.
Welcome. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Gentlemen, I have been trying to long quiet. Listen, I'm calling from Tobago End. When Mr. Robinson was in power, one of the reasons why the PNM people was so against it was because of the deep-water harbor he gave us and the international airport in Tobago. Now, things was so bad when they could not find anything corrupting about Mr. Robinson. You ever hear they say he had a $2 bill?
No, I never hear them say that we had a $2 bill.
I never hear that.
No, as the first
But you
$50 bill. They used to say they accuse him
them?
of thieving the $50 bill. The first set of $50 bills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you talk to the average parent and they will tell Mr. Robinson he got all the $2 bills. And up to this day, I'm like, what? I've never heard he had a $2 bill. You know? And these are some of the things that people say, well, we call the Deepwater Harbor a dog pond. And all because we're going to rejected him, and we keep rejecting him.
Yeah.
As we can see.
Okay
15
then.
nil.
Okay then. Thank you,
Thank you,
caller.
Tobago.
They ask Syrians riding on a bicycle.
Mm.
In Tobago, one of the things they used to do, my mother told me, of course, I was small. They used to take the people's deed and property and whatever. And if by chance people they pay back and so on, they come and take this and them land.
Okay.
Those are one of the things they used to do in Tobago.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All
right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, caller.
The old veteran that called in earlier on, he said the one thing that they don't want to start is a history conversation with elderly people in this country. And I think it, and I don't think it's even I think, you know how I think you have to call out a PNM sycophant to get them to talk but not bring the politics into it? Ask them about how things was back in the day. I think they will tell the story truthfully without the sways of the PNM. But if you tell we about how PNM was back in the day, they'll paint it as PNM was the best thing since sliced bread. So that's the catch with it.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, hello.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Can I get the program?
Yeah. You're on the
program.
program.
You're on the program?
Oh, okay. I wanted to ask a question.
Ask away.
Okay, the license that you spoke about, that 1% have in the garments, not the garment, the cloth. Could that license be reversed?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've always asked myself that question. Why?
I have no
why
idea.
it has never been reversed.
To be honest, I don't know if anybody else tried to get a license to bring it.
Yeah, because I don't think it needs to be reversed. What I think needs to happen is the market needs to be opened up. But here was the problem. How do you open up a market when they control all the Forex?
And I think cloth not even as important now that they're bringing in clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
And I think the market with the overpower now is cars.
Yeah. Because look at simple thing like right now, there's a young Afro Trinbagonian lady. I show you it here on TikTok. Yeah, that ain't nothing. We just go over by 5 minutes all the time. But I know we had a lock off just now.
Yeah.
We had the last with ad, so we go wrap up just now.
Yeah.
She has a business, one of the best ice cream businesses in the country right now. And I show you know that young lady that is Sovet. And that ice cream business is so good that people line up for hours to get this ice cream. And the sad part about that business is she'll only be able to expand to so much. But the quality of her product is so good. She could be the next Flavor Right minus stealing current. She could be the next Flavor Right of Trinidad and Tobago if she had the proper Forex back in and everything behind her. But the sad reality of it is she doesn't have it. That market is going to be closed off to her, so she'll only be able to grow as big as she could. So we go take one more call and then we'll look to wrap up and we'll bust out. Yeah, man, we have 1 minute still, man. Call again. Yeah, show me the news here. I'm to get the 12 o'clock news. I don't know where it is. Okay, just right. So I just had to pull it across. Then we're here.
Your mic on and have a call. I call her. Thank you very much. You gotta go. So until tomorrow, we'll be back here. Well, I wouldn't be back on this show. I'll be back tomorrow evening on. Not tomorrow, Monday. Sorry, today, Friday. Sorry. I'll be back here on Monday on Under the Radar with Matt Yoshuni, Heavy Duty, and David Welch. And Obie will be back on this afternoon.
Yeah, I'll be back this afternoon. So, people, remember my motto. You cannot become a first world nation with a third world mentality. Make a better version of yourself every day. People enjoy all their Labor Day. Stay safe out there. Do not be driving like idiots on the nation's road. Get from point A to point B safely. And if the licensing officers out there, oh God, licensing officers and TTPS are the easy up today now, man. Right, so here it is. We have your 12 o'clock news. And Alex will be coming in after to take you all to the second half of the day. Have a good one, Trinidad and Tobago.
Good afternoon.